What's good, everyone? This is Travis Hayden from Virginia Highlands Outdoors, and we're doing our first ever Appalachian Bassin episode featuring the North Fork of the Holston River, located in southwest Virginia. It actually starts as a small creek coming off the mountain in Bland, Virginia, runs down through Rich Valley, headed towards Broad Ford into Saltville, down through Meadowview into Abingdon, Virginia, through Mendota, and on down towards Kingsport, Tennessee. North Fork of the Holston River is an amazing hidden gem within southwest Virginia as it winds its way through the river hills and is known to annually produce trophy smallmouth bass. In this best of compilation for 2016, you'll see some misses and you'll see some monsters. You'll see photo and video of several Citation Class Smallmouth Bass. And even though North Fork is known for its smallmouth fishery, you will also see one of the highly guarded secrets of largemouth bass and spotted bass. Now, North Fork also has a plethora of different types of sunfish, catfish, as well as a few spots where you can actually catch trout, where several trout streams dump into the river. It's a really diverse fishery, and just go prepared. You never know what you'll catch. Now here I'm just using a $1 spinner bait that I got from Walmart. It's a black skirt, brown head with a white eye, and it worked great in this far channel. Now we threw some, several lures, some gulp minnows and a few other things, some topwater, trying to get a good one out of here. Now we did catch a few smaller fish before. And this one's not huge. He just had a pretty cool fight to him. And that's the thing I love about these North Fork bass. There's deep channels with a lot of current break. When it rains, you get some fast water. So these are good, healthy, strong, muscular fish. Even the small ones. They're wide. They're long. The males get really long. The females get long and fat.
Yeah. I thought there would be a nice one over there. He wasn't hitting nothing up through there.
They can fight. Pound for pound, they wear out a lake smallmouth any day of the week. And try the Rebel Frogger. Or Frog R. Let's call it the Frogger. Now we are getting into my absolute favorite type of fishing, and many other anglers' favorite type as well, which is topwater fishing. And you always hear the tales of fall topwater, but I'm telling you, if you waited the fall to throw your topwater, you waited too late. Now this is early summer, or actually I think this might be August. I'm just doing a standard walk the dog with that Rebel Frog R. And this is a smaller fish, but I do have to move up because this creek bed here running off from right to left is right in front of a really deep channel with a really sharp ledge where I've lost fish before. They'll actually go under and cut the line. So I wanted to get up there and just pull him off real quick so I didn't have to retie. But small fish like this, a lot of YouTubers and professional fishermen, they call them dinks. But think about it, you may be the first person to ever catch that smallmouth or that largemouth. Treat it with honor and respect, and put it back just like you would a monster, because in a few years he may be a monster and he may be on your line again. Speaking of monsters, here's my personal best of 2016. Now what I was trying to do is cast to the other side under the trees. The trees are overhanging there. Let it drift and do a walk the dog / slow frog pops where it actually hops the current and drifts back. Hops the current and drifts back, and you'll see how effective that is here in just a minute. The goal of this presentation is to walk it down fast as it's coming down the current, but as it starts to come across, make it appear as it's struggling in the actual current or the rapid. Then you can catch a swift in the channel and hold it in one spot over and over in the strike zone, and boom, fish on. Man, you gotta love when the smallies tail walk the water. But I'm trying to hold him up off that ledge here. He hit it right in front of me. But that's not ideal because they jump a lot and jump in the brush, which I started to freak out, but got him back. The bad part is it had double treble hooks, and it was actually hooked on both sides of the bottom jaws, so you couldn't lip it at all. So I had to grab him in the top of the mouth, and I don't know if you've ever tried to grab a smallmouth from the top and hold on to it. It's pretty difficult. Now, like I said, this is my personal best. It was a 22 7/8 inch, right at 6 pound smallmouth, and we'll get him in here. I had to carry him like a football because I was scared to lose him, and we'll check him out and then check out the release, and then a few more monster fish right after this. Look at this bass. Look at this fish. Oh, I wish that underwater camera. Get an angle. There we go. Okay. Beautiful fish. Beautiful. Man, what a blessing. Here I am. I caught that fish. He swam out and he come back. He swam all the way up here, and he's probably gonna make a circle again, maybe. And he come right back to my feet. I guess thanking me for, letting him go. It's kind of hard to see him, but he's out there. He's going on. Wow, that's a first. Thank you, Lord. Man, what a special experience. That was one of my favorite days on the river, and definitely the best bass of 2016. And as an angler, I don't know, you guys know what I'm talking about. We all have that one fish or a few fish that you always remember. Now, honestly, the best time to fish topwater is late in the night. I'm talking in the wee hours. That's when the giants come out. The first fish there was 21 inch, just right at 5 pounds. This one was right at 20 inch, probably 4 3/4 pound. The first one was caught on a black broken back jitterbug, and the second was caught on a buzz plug. Now this third fish was actually caught on a buzz plug as well, and it was a 21 3/4, and I believe just over 5 pounds. Storming here at North Fork. It was a good little, probably 13 incher. See if we can You know it's gonna be a good day when the Virginia whitetail are ready to fish with you. She walked right by, so it was pretty cool.
It's crazy she's going with the rifles and going straight up the river. Deep shooting.
You know, rivers offer great fishing opportunities for families to go out and enjoy the riverbank, listen to the water as it goes by. You know, you can catch all kinds of different things from bluegills, red-breasted sunfish, rock bass, all kinds of different things. Catfish. You can probably see we have chicken livers here. We were trying to get some yellow bullheads or maybe a channel or two while I was actually topwater fishing. But my wife Kristen caught. She got her first snapping turtle, which is pretty cool. There we are at North Fork River. My beautiful wife Kristen just caught her first snapping turtle.
I'm trying to catch fish and I got me a snapping turtle.
That's awesome. Congratulations, honey. Now, as you can see, she really loves her smallmouth fishing. It doesn't matter, how big it is or, how small. Each one brings a smile to her face, and, that brings out the kid-like enjoyment myself, getting back to the roots of why we all started fishing. And when you can go out with family and enjoy that, it's really something special. So take someone fishing today and enjoy the experience together. Now here I'm going back to my roots. I'm going old school drift fishing with live minnows, and I love drift fishing. You throw a minnow out and catch the right drift, and when they hit so hard and you made that right cast that, led down 30, 40 feet to get to that one spot you were aiming for, it's all worth it. So don't discount it. Get out and do it and you'll catch fish. Unfortunately, that day became a pretty bad thunderstorm with a lot of lightning inside the bale. But here's some strikes from the season and a couple blow-ups and still frames from the video. If you look close, you can see fish turning in several spots here, and that was me missing one, but it don't take too long for me to get hooked back up. I nicknamed that fish the pirate because of that black spot on his eye. Here's another good black bass, good dark Smallie, greenish gold, and another stripe. So see the variation. These all come out of the same hole. There you go. Oh, he's still after it. He's still after it. Ooh, baby. Go. Go. Go, bro. Oh, that's awesome. That's my good buddy Dustin Reedy. We do a lot of fishing, hunting, and digging ginseng when we get some spare time. And coming up, you'll get to see several of his citation class fish and some video of a few and photos of some monsters.
Fork River, baby. Good baby. Heck yeah. All day long.
Now this clip was probably about the second or third week of September. We were actually going ginseng hunting, and we decided to stop by the river. He pulled out the old Vibramax spinner and busted one on the first cast. Dusty down here at North Fork, good Smallie.
First cast of the morning.
Oh yeah. Now this wasn't a huge fish by no means, but it was a very awesome looking fish. Really good color pattern, nice markings on it. You can expect that in North Fork. Some really unique pattern smallmouth. Oh yeah. Pretty fish. Yeah. Well, the river's low enough to actually get down into the shoals. Now I decided to put Berkeley's Gulp minnows to the test to see if they would perform and act like the real thing, you know, like the real stone roller, the real shiner. And I'm telling you, the 3-inch and the 4-inch smelt minnow is money. They absolutely catch fish. They catch big fish, they'll catch small fish, they'll catch everything. It's a quality bait, so try it out. Now here's a nice young bronze back. Check out the color of this one. Now here's just some smaller fish, just some photos of some nice looking bluegills, some rock bass, red eyes, and a hybrid red-breasted sunfish who was an overachiever right here. This yellow bullhead earned the name Loopy because of its looped whisker, and there's a nice 24-inch channel. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's pretty, ain't it?
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful sunfish. Red-breasted. See how he's got the long gills? That's my buddy Zach Gentry. He's the one that actually turned me on to the super secret locations of where the largemouth bass and the spotted bass are on North Fork. And sorry, I can't tell you where they are, but you know, I guess if you look at the map and try to find where cattle ponds are, and you know, maybe where someone stocked largemouth, and then when it, you know, the river had flooded and overflowed into the river, that could be a possible location. That's the best hint I can give you. But huge shout out to Zach and Johnny Ross for letting me use his boats, and actually got my first bass trifecta, catching a largemouth, that spotted bass there, and the smallmouth all in the same day, which is the first for me ever, and a couple more largemouth. And we went back a couple days later, and I was throwing green pumpkin and black flake Cinco on a Texas rig and just pulling them out. Now this was a really awesome looking golden bass.
Hey, look. What's up there? Is that a bald eagle?
Bald eagle sitting on top of the street in Southwest Virginia. Now here's some of Zach's smallmouth and some of his largemouth. They're all, you know, some chunks, hogs, good fish, good North Fork fish. That one right there's a tank. Beautiful color fish. Quality size. Here's Johnny. He's the one that let me use the boat. So shout out to Johnny Ross. Now this year I was honored enough to be able to set up Don Neely's artwork for the Mad Tom Recovery Project that was put on by the Virginia Department of Game and Inland Fisheries and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services and the Southwest Virginia office in Abingdon. And what they did is they released several Mad Tom catfish back into the North Fork River after they had been gone for over 128 years. So in 2016, the Mad Tom made its return, and so that was a great project, and good to be a part of it, and be there that day to see the fish return into a river that I absolutely love. Now these are just some fish that were actually seined out of the river. Those were some cutthroat shiners, some candy darters, some Tennessee darters. You know, right there you saw a grampus or a helgramite, and a few things. But here, you know, this was the night I went night fishing. Nobody would go with me, and I hooked the largest, hardest fighting fish of my life that night. And after a good 2 or 3 minutes and 10 jumps later, he spit this back out at me. He took my probably 2/0, 3/0 stainless steel hooks off my buzz plug and just spit it at me like it wasn't nothing. So, till next year, fish, well played. Well played.